beaten them once. In fact, they've not even picked up a point against Football Club Barcelona since they've been in the top flight. They've lost all 6. They did take a 2-goal lead here last season, though, only to be beaten 4-2 by Football Club Barcelona. Leo Messi scoring the final 2 goals in that game.
They certainly did 2 tremendous goals from that man there, Takashi Inui, and as you can see, the Barca players.
It's his history, and he's sadly already injured.
He certainly is. Well, let's have a look at the lineup for Barca's 5th league game of the season. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Nelson Semedo, Javier Mascherano, Gerard Piqué and Lucas.
Denis Suarez came on at half-time, changed the game, scored what turned out to be the winning goal. Really good goal it was on the pitch, scored the winner.
Certainly did. Let's have a quick look at the visitors' lineups tonight. The former Charlton keeper Marko Dimitrovic in goal. In front of a back 4, behind rather a back 4 of Anaïs Arbilla, Paulo Oliveira.
Sampaoli, the Argentina manager, he'll of course be watching Leo Messi and Mascherano, who gets a rare start. Hasn't played a single minute in Barca's last 4 games in all competitions, although he did start.
And Eibar, and of course their coach José Luis Mendilibar, changing from a successful formation
as well, with really good strength and a good run.
And there's a glorious ball inside the defence, and Sergio Enrich draws a great save from ter Stegen, but the Barca defence opened up there with the ball round the outside from the left wing. A real warning sign from Eibar, and Enrich, who read the line well. And now the other end, Barca straight onto the attack with it.
Started, okay, we saw Paulinho and Suarez both come on, but it was interesting that he didn't actually make any rotations, he didn't make too many changes for that game, and yet for this one, we've got Mascherano, we've got Luke, we'll see both, and Kappa and Inui. Oh, we just saw Sampaoli on this.
Now looking for options, and that's a good one too with Iniesta, but the tackle there from Galvez, and he's given a penalty, the referee. Macedo down in the area.
Next to this one, he didn't give up, and all credit to him for carrying on the run. Did he get there ahead of Galvez? Maybe he did, you know. He's a little bit clumsy.
So Lionel Messi with a chance for his 6th league goal of the season, clips it up and beyond the dive of Dimitrovic, made it look so easy, and it's 1-0 to the home side.
Well, he barely needed a run up there, Leo Messi, barely needed a back lift either. Just flicked the ball into the top corner, and there was no stopping it. It was so precise from the Argentine. A stunning finish. Sampaoli's probably right, and who's this Messi? I better call him up for the next Argentina game.
So 8 goals in all competitions.
What about that, eh? Just clips it into the back of the net.
Now Dimitrovic dived underneath it. Maybe he didn't dive forward, you can see. He dives forward, which actually gives him movement towards the far post. Into the centre, the header down, but comfortable enough in the end. It was Paulo Oliveira who just got the connection with it.
From Suarez in the end, that one well read by the Eibar defence.
There, Lafayette lines it back up for Messi. Thinks about the shot, but in the end, Dimitrovic reading the flight of the ball. There's a very experienced bench for Barca tonight. We see a replay of Messi's attempts to catch the keeper out. That man you just saw, of course, Luis Suarez, Ivan Rakitic, Jordi Alba, Alex Vidal, Sergio Roberto, and the returning Thomas Vermaelen, all on the bench.
Don't want to drop too deep to pick him up, and the midfielders don't want him either.
Gonzalo Escalante, of all players, out on that far right-hand side, trying to find, it will be Denis Suarez, right-footed. Lady there filming proceedings, and there's a goal. It's Paulinho again. Denis Suarez with the curling corner, and Paulinho arriving late and guiding the ball into the far corner. 2 goals in 2 games for the Brazilian, and he really is fitting in here.
Well, it's what we were saying earlier, Lucas. He brings something different to this side. How many Barca midfielders have scored headed goals like that from corners in the last few years? Xavi certainly wouldn't have done. Certainly you don't see Iniesta, you barely see Busquets. And the crowd now singing the name of the Brazilian Paulinho. He may not be a superstar signing, but he brings something different to this side. He brings a physicality that they don't have in midfield.
So Lionel Messi has three alongside him. Paulinho going around the outside into the centre, but just couldn't control, and then Dimitrovic has to punch it away from the head of the Brazil time. The middle left, over the ball. Eibar Arbilla, it clips the wall, and Ter Stegen just checks his bearings. No time for the corner to be taken though. He's played over 40 times for his country, as you mentioned. 40 something, I think, and
yeah, 43 times.
Really, just over. Paulinho 40 and 105, and of course they say they have two on Messi and Gerard Deulofeu. And for Eibar, Marco Dimitrovic, David Junca, Alex Galvez, Paulo Oliveira, and Eibar Arbilla.
Ushering Paulinho forward. That came just before the goal. It was Messi who provided the assist.
And there's a ball through, and Deulofeu just seemed to get that caught under his feet. And there's the ball up and over the top that Deulofeu there. Just the touch. Taking it away, and he suddenly looked around as if to say, I wasn't expecting to see you out here. Dimitrovic out of the air. Oh, what a dummy there by Paulinho, and he's got Messi down the right-hand side, making his way into the centre. Paulinho wanting it back. Messi going for goal. Stunning stop by the keeper. Denis Suarez. 3-0. Dimitrovic powerless to stop the second shot from Denis Suarez. Great play from Paulinho in the build-up. Good shot from Messi. Good save. But it is Barca 3, Eibar 0.
Well, Paulinho and Denis Suarez came on against Getafe at the weekend. Both scored. They then earned a place in Ernesto Valverde's starting 11 for this game, and they're both on the score sheet once again. Not only that, as you've mentioned, Lucas, Paulinho vital in the build-up to this goal. A really, really clever dummy, letting the ball go through to Leo Messi. It's the Argentine shot that's parried into the path of Denis Suarez, and well, Suarez does the rest, picks up Barca's third goal and a second in 2 games for Denis Suarez. Very impressive stuff from both him and Paulinho. And it's been...
Looks a lot more comfortable than he does today. And there's a good ball into the centre, and Eibar do have a goal back, and it is Sergi Enrich. A really great pass into the area, just inviting the touch, and the 27-year-old former Numancia man provides it, and Eibar have responded.
Brilliant goal, completely against the run of play. But what about this for a ball in? It was good play in the build-up from Inui, and then it's David Junca, the full-back, who puts in an absolutely stunning ball.
And he added an extra tint to his hair when I saw him arriving before the game. Messi back to Iniesta, to Sergio Busquets, and it's slid in. It's Lionel Messi almost out of nothing, and having pulled a goal back, Eibar find themselves 3 behind once again, just 2 minutes after Sergi Enrich's goal, and that is textbook Messi.
Well, if Ernesto Valverde was a little bit worried enough to ask Rakitic and Sergio Roberto to start warming up when Eibar scored that goal, Leo Messi certainly wasn't. He knew that if he had a chance to score another one, he'd give Barcelona that 3-goal cushion once again. It's just so clever. How many players in world football are capable of seeing that gap, of seeing the chance to play the ball between those 2 defenders and into the corner of the net? There's barely any backlift from Leo Messi. He's falling over as he strikes it. Maradona on TV.
The other end, Eibar looking for a second. Ter Stegen stayed upright for that, just almost nonchalantly palming away Inui's effort. And here is Messi, full of running, and this time he's got Paulinho running through the centre, allows the ball, just slides it back. Messi just holding off the challenges, and he has got a hat-trick. Could have gone down probably once, if not twice, for a penalty there. Looked like he was being held back, but he knew the match ball was there for the taking, and Barca now running away with it.
Well, this is what we suggested that Eibar would be worried about, certainly Jose Luis Mendilibar, but there's no one that can stop this man. How do you stop Leo Messi from doing that? You can't. It's impossible. From one end to the other, it's a good save from Ter Stegen. Barca get the ball clear. It's really good from Paulinho, and I tell you what, Leo Messi and Paulinho are combining ever so well. But what about this finish with the outside of the left boot? He was being pulled back by the defenders, and he just slides it beyond the goalkeeper, Dimitrovic. Nothing he could do. It's through his legs. And the crowd responding first to Leo Messi and then to another hero, Andres Iniesta, who's replaced by Sergio Roberto. Roberto coming on to play.
Well, here he is on the ball, 6'4.5", playing it in, and now Lucas Digne, and again Dimitrovic makes the save.
Just as we were talking about Gerard Piqué being a particularly talented centre-back with his feet, he slips through a beautiful little through ball for Lucas Digne.
So the third and final change for Football Club Barcelona. He's had a very for goal, or provide one of the four Barca players with the chance. No, he's going to go for goal, but
well, he turned his back on it immediately, didn't he, Leo Messi? Didn't even want to see it. He knew.
Okay, just rectifying the situation, still not out as Ruben Peña into the area, makes some space for himself, aims to the far corner off the inside of the far post to do themselves some good there. Really quick feet from Ruben Peña, beat Ter Stegen, couldn't beat the woodwork.
Well, it's a pity for Peña. He's looked lively since he's come on.
Let that touch his arms as he was on the ground. Paulinho looking to make the run. Messi goes round one, round the other, out wide to Vidal, and he's 4 for Messi. 6 for Football Club Barcelona, and what a wonderfully crafted goal, another wonderfully crafted goal, and this time Alex Vidal. We talked about players on the bench who had a point to prove. He could have gone for goal himself there, Alex Vidal, but what a wonderful return, and Messi with the simplest, well, I say simple from up here, but he made it look simple, across the keeper into the far corner. 4 for Messi, 6 for Barcelona.
Well, he had to adjust his body, Leo Messi, and he does that very well, but you're absolutely right. Alex Vidal does brilliantly. He could so easily have sent this ball across the 6-yard box, but he cut it back for Leo Messi, and as you see, Messi just opens his body and side foots it into the far corner. It's quick thinking from Leo Messi, and a brilliant finish, but very, very good from Alex Vidal. But take it back a few seconds previous, and it was Ivan Rakitic sliding on. Foul by Gerard Piqué on the Argentine Escalante.
Another good ball in and off the crossbar. Second time Eibar have hit.
About the opportunity that Enrique had in the first half, just as we see this replay once again as the ball comes crashing off the crossbar.